Hey Tony, it's Friday. And first off, to answer your question of the week,
Sorry, it's focusing. You're good.
okay, yeah, we're trying a different setup right now. But to answer your question of the week, I think my favorite line from Endgame was probably the "I am Iron Man." I really enjoyed that. I thought that was a great throwback to the first movie that started the MCU, and I thought it was appropriate. I thought Endgame as a whole was the perfect ending for the first arc, for the Infinity arc of Avengers. And I'm excited to see where they're going with next. I'm kind of with you. I'm interested to see what'll happen because I know for a fact there are a lot of people who are no longer under contract and a lot of people who aren't going to be in the later installments. So I don't know what they'll do because I think the Avengers as a whole are more or less done because Chris Hemsworth I think is done. Robert Downey Jr. I think is done. Chris Evans I think is done, and there's their three big ones.
I think Hemsworth may actually show up for Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
He could show up for Guardians of the Galaxy, and I hope it's called As Guardians of the Galaxy because that'd just be perfect.
Because he calls him that.
Yeah, but as a whole, this week was pretty simple. Aside from seeing Endgame on Monday, we didn't do a whole lot. I worked. Justice is actually out of town for a few days, so it's kind of nice just to have Taylor and I. So we're going to clean up tomorrow. We go hike tomorrow morning with we're going to climb up Mount Tom, which is just it's a good hike. It's not easy, but it's also not overwhelmingly difficult. And since we're not going to have snow and ice this time, it should be better. Because that was rough.
Fun last time though.
It was fun when we had the snow and ice. It was not fun when it was the mud and ice. Yeah, it was still a fun hike. I still really enjoyed it, but I'm hoping that it's just going to be muddy tomorrow, so it shouldn't be nearly as slippery. But we'll see. We're going with our friend Melissa and hopefully her boyfriend Jeff, who is a good friend of mine from law school. So I'm hoping he comes out and comes along because we haven't hung out with just them for a while. So it'd be nice for them to come along, but we'll see. Otherwise, the rest of the week was pretty simple, pretty basic. Didn't do a whole lot. I worked every day, of course, which is what it is. It's not a good or a bad thing. It just is. But I'm really looking forward to not so much this coming week, but for the week after, because that's when I go on vacation down to the canyon. It's gonna be kind of funny. I'm gonna be in work all week next week, but then on I'll be the week after. I'll be there one day on the Monday. And then I'm off to the canyon. So I'm looking forward to that. Where are we at on time?
You're at 3 minutes.
Oh, only 3 minutes? Wow. So I need to somehow fill the space for an extra minute and a half or so. So all in all, I'm really looking forward to Mount Tom tomorrow because you get so many gorgeous views of the Holyoke area. Holyoke, I think it's Holyoke, Northampton, Springfield is kind of where you see. Springfield's really hard to see because it's pretty off in the distance. But you see
East Hampton too, depending on which side you're on.
East Hampton too. Like, it's really cool. It's one of the taller mountains in this area, which is always fun to go up. It's not the tallest, but it's one of them. It's what the area is most known for. Generally, I'd probably be hiking the Seven Sisters tomorrow, but that's not happening because they're doing the Seven Sisters Trail Run tomorrow. That's their race day. You might or might not know, Tony, but my goal for 2020 is to do the Seven Sisters Trail Run. It's considered one of the hardest in the country, and it is the hardest on the East Coast. We're called the Beast Coast for a reason by trail runners. But this mountain, it's 7 mountain peaks that you go up and down. It's a 12.5 mile round trip, and it's brutal. Like, I've hiked it twice. Every time I was so sore and just tired by the time it was done. Because you're going up. There's a 3,000-foot elevation change as you go around. Because, you'll go up 1,000 feet. Then you'll go down 700. Then you go up like 300 feet. Then you go down another 100. And just the constant up and down really takes a toll on your body. But it's also why it's considered one of the hardest trail runs in the country and is the hardest in New England. And since it's literally in our backyard, it's my goal for 2020 to do. So Tony, my question for you is, how many of your friends are going to be coming to Memorial Day? Because it's obviously going to be me and Taylor are going to be in town. We're going to try and get her dad to come along, and I'm curious how many of your friends and Tori's family and such will be there. So Tony, at that, I'll see you on Tuesday. Later, bro.